Alright guys, today we're going to do a Ryobi BP42 backpack blower. This one needs fuel lines and a carburetor. You know, lines are rotting out. It runs, but barely. Primer ball's done. The guy just said do the whole thing, just get it over with, so he's got a good running machine. All the parts come in. I get them in Amazon. They come in a pack. It's got, oh, I just slung one of the primer balls out. But comes with everything you need: carburetor, adjustment screwdriver, gaskets, fuel line. These are, what the heck? Oh, it comes with an Allen wrench. These are really good for cleaning your 4-stroke, you know, like your lawnmower carburetors. Not much use in these carbs. Couple of fuel filters. I had 2 primer balls, but I think I just threw one down there somewhere. Whatever. Yeah, so everything you need to get the job done. Super cheap on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below. Just click on it, take you right there. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, it's either a Torque 25 or a flathead screwdriver. You got these 2 bolts. We're going to remove those 2 bolts. Got your air filter, get it out of the way. You got 3 more bolts to get this. This is basically like a spark arrestor. So if there's any backfire and it doesn't light the paper filter on fire, pull those 3 out. I've got 2 more. These are Torque 25s, right? Yeah, 2 more Torque 25s. Take them out. A few fuel lines connecting the primer ball. We're going to go ahead and just remove them. Don't worry about where they go. I'll explain all that in this video. No big deal. Just get them out of the way. Carburetor, I guess cut the rest of these fuel lines. Make sure that that's out of the way. It just slid off, but this throttle cable's an S-turn, goes right in that hole right here. So it just goes in like that, you know. So that's out of the way. Pop the gas cap. And then, so this one's just a return line. Get rid of that fuel line. This one we're going to have to grab from inside the tank. I'll cut off some extra here. And then I'll just reach in with my needle nose pliers. Grab it. Pull it on out. See, it's just crumbling. That's what's going on here. That's what ethanol in your fuel does to your equipment. Just so the inner is kind of like an ethanol resistant type of line, and then the outer is neoprene. But it just eats it up, and then once the outer crumbles, the inner kind of just starts going after that too. Very common issue. Non-ethanol fuel, if you get it that's mixed in the gas station, you know, or a gas station that's mixed pre-mixed already, you can get in any of your auto parts stores. It's already mixed and it's non-ethanol. That's the best way to go with these. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and clean out the tank. So cut your fuel line into a point, stick it in one of the holes, shove it on in there enough to where you can grab it from the other side, and you're going to pull it right out of the gas tank. Cut the tip off, and then we're going to put a new filter on it. You want to make sure this is long enough to sit in the very bottom of the tank, so you're just going to pull it out where you know it's long enough, and then set it right on in there. Yeah, it's right at the bottom there now. Alright, and then new carburetor, just so we can get an idea where that's going to go. New carburetor is going to go on like this, right here, this fuel line right here, this nipple that's to the side with the 2 bolts. This one's got 4. this is your fuel pump side. This is where your fuel is going to go in. So we're going to cut this line where it's, you know, long enough to go into this carburetor here, right here. And remove this primer bulb. If you look, there's barbs right here and here. Just got to squeeze them in and push it forward a little bit to get them out. Just concrete out. You know, you ain't got to be gentle on this thing. This is the junk primer bulb anyways, so just rip it out. New primer bulb, we're going to go with the big nipple up. And we're just going to set these two barbs into those slots. And there, and you're going to push it in until it clicks. So the big nipple up top is your return line that goes back into the tank. And the little nipple on the bottom is your suction line that will go to the other nipple on the carburetor. So basically, it sucks fuel through the carburetor and then pushes it back into the tank. And that's how you prime up your system. So we're going to go ahead and cut this into a point, drop it into the other hole, and we're going to work this one in, you know, just maybe about an inch. Just get it shoved in there about, you know, about an inch or two, whatever. This is your return line. This will go to the long nipple. So we're going to leave it a little bit longer. That one's going to go to the long nipple. When we go to put it on, we'll have to cut it to size and everything. All right, and I guess we're going to go ahead and what are we going to do here? I'm going to stick this piece of fuel line where the 4 bolts, where the nipple closest to the 4-bolt side is. I'm going to go ahead and stick that on there. This line will go to the short nipple on the primer bulb. This is suction. Alright. We're going to go ahead and put this arm on. Okay, just stabs on. So inside here you'll see a flat side that sticks out more than the other. You'll just have to line it up with the shorter side on this and then push it down until it clicks. I guess that's about as far down as it goes. Alright, so we're going to start putting it all back together. We're going to put these 2 bolts back into the air filter assembly. I left the old gasket against the engine. You can put a new gasket on, but you got to make sure that you've got the little hole where it belongs. It'll line up with the little hole on that. That's your vacuum line that runs your fuel pump. Alright, so this is going to go on like this. So we're going to go ahead and put the throttle cable back in it. Shorter line is going to go to the other side where the you know, the one closest to the fuel pump is going to go to that nipple there. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get these, and we're going to stab them into the carburetor, the 2 bolts. Let's get it lined up. I need both hands for that. Here, let me turn this flashlight on. Alright, so we got the bolts through this. This would be when you put the gasket on. I just left the original one there. It's fine. And you're going to push them through and get them lined up, and then you're going to go ahead and tighten them down. Actually just getting them started and leaving them loose. Alright, so we can get back on this here. Alright, so we got a return line. This is going to go to the long nipple. I'll go on the opposite side of this and then go to the long nipple. Okay. Got this long fuel line. It's going to go to suction. So we're going to go back around again, and then we're going to go to the short nipple. That one's on the inside. Just cut it to length, like right around there, and stab it on like that. Now we're going to go ahead and tighten these down, but you want to make sure that none of your fuel lines get pinched behind it, and just go ahead and tighten it down. The gas you use, 50 to 1 is what I use, but you can use 40 to 1. It's just a little bit richer in oil, not ethanol. Just dump some in so we can test to see if it primes. That stuff on Amazon even, so I'll put a link in the description below if I remember. Let's prime it up. Yeah, it's priming. So we got the lines all hooked up right. If it's not priming, you did something wrong, so you gotta go back through and do it again. You're gonna put this metal plate back on with the 3 screws, an air filter, an air filter cover. Oh, you know what? Put the air filter on this side. It's easier. Air filter cover, and then those 2 screws that hold that on. Alright guys, this helped you out in any way, shape, or form. Give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. All the parts will be in the description below. If you want to do any advertising on my channel, message me. I'll be more than happy to have you. Peace.